Hey guys, Natasha Tessier here, owner of Dwell Realty and Design. I am not at my normal location today. My husband and I are actually in Beaver Creek because we are celebrating a huge anniversary. We got married at the Beaver Creek Chapel, and so we're here for a few nights. But I wanted to get this recorded because there are so many people moving to Texas, and this video is going to go over how to have some great saving tips, especially when it comes to new construction and how to protect yourself with new construction. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Natasha Tessier. Thank you for being here. I'd love to know where you're watching from. I am born and raised in the city of Houston, Texas, lived in San Antonio for a little bit, but pretty much been in Texas my whole life besides college. And today I wanted to go over, there are so many, well, first of all, the rates are high still, so we're all looking for ways to save right now. The economy is tough, and a lot of my clients have found a lot of luck with new construction. And so I thought I would go over kind of the steps to getting new construction, and then also how you can save and protect yourself, because there's a lot of builders that don't protect you. They don't look out for you. So first of all, I know this is going to sound cliche, but I would get a realtor. It doesn't cost you anything. Most of the builders are going to pay the realtors very well. I sell a ton of new construction, and I have great relationships with my builders, and they look forward to my call. They want to work with me. And so oftentimes that means that I'm able to save my clients quite a bit. I've had so many clients go into the office of a new construction and say, oh, well, they offered me this. And we don't accept that. I'm a pretty big negotiator. I think if you were to talk to most of my clients, that would be one thing they love most about me, is how I can push these builders down to their bottom dollar and then get extras included. So go get a realtor. It doesn't cost you anything, especially for new construction, because the builders are all very highly incentivized to work with us because we are bringing them the buyers. So what I do in that case is I will go on your behalf, and they'll say, okay, this house is listed at $550 or whatever. Well, so then I'm going to go home, run comps on the others sold. I can see the new ones that sold. I can see the pre-owned that are selling, and then say, okay, well, we're only going to be willing to offer you $520. And here's why. And most of the times, especially right now, because the deals are really good, the builders, can get them. So go get a realtor. It doesn't hurt you, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if you have a good negotiator, and on top of that, I've been able to get things, some builders, they're not all the same, but some builders will give you, new blinds in the house. Will add gutters if they're a builder that doesn't add gutters, washer, dryer, refrigerator, different things that incentivize that we can add. And then we can go into, on top of that, all of their buy down and incentives. So you'll see an advertisement that says, come to this builder, it's 4.99% rate. Well, we really have to dig into that together, because what happens is any lender can buy down a rate. So it just costs money. So yes, sometimes the builders are giving these amazing buy down rates, and they bought them in bulk, and it's the best deal you're going to get. But other times they're not the best deal, and they're charging you for those buy downs. So we have to get a fee sheet, and we have to go through that fee sheet and often compare it with a non-builder's lender and see, what is it? What are they comparing? And then, and I have a couple of really honest lenders that'll say, that's a really good deal. You need to go for it. So, but you don't want to just go and sign on the dotted line. Yes, I love all their, incentives, and not realize all the fees and things that they're charging you. That's what I'm here for, to help you with as well. So make sure you get a realtor. The next thing I would look at is make sure you get an up and coming community. Or a closeout. So there's a couple communities like Wood Forest, Fairwater. They're doing some really good closeout deals because they're on to their last 5 houses. So we've been able to get great deals for clients there. But then there are other places that have 10 years to grow. So if you're going to want to sell it in a year or two, you're not going to want to buy a new construction unless it's like an entry-level price. So I did a video on the David Weekleys out in Audubon a couple weeks ago. And yes, they were like 50 and 75 and still are below the regular homes being sold in there. So if you can get in at the very beginning of a builder's time in a neighborhood, or the end, you're going to get great deals. But in that middle span, you can go and get what you want or get a great home on inventory, but you're still not going to get the best deal, especially if you build it. So if you build from scratch, you'll probably end up paying on average $30,000 to $50,000 more. There are some incentives on inventory homes. What that is the builders go and they, find 10 homes and 10 different layouts, and they say, okay, we're going to put all these homes here, and then we're going to try to sell them in the spring. Well, it's the spring, it's past the spring, it's summer. And so if they haven't sold those by the end of selling season and into the fall, they're really, really going to be motivated to get those gone, especially as the end of the year approaches. So another money saving tip I can give you is if you can wait till September, October, November, wait, because there is when I'm really able to get my clients great deals on new construction. Okay, and then you have to look into inspections and warranty and things like that. So there's two ways we can do inspections, and I give everybody the same option. We always want an outside inspection. They're going to tell you, oh, we went through a 22-point inspection. On every inspection that we do outside of the builder's inspection, we find things. So let me give you an example. The windows are all double pane, and they have an argon gas in the middle of the window, and if it's not installed properly, it can leak like from day one. So on almost every home I sell, it says, the report comes back, oh, this windowsill is blown. Well, if you're paying for new construction and the windowsill is blown from day one, you already have a problem that you're not asking the builder to cover, and you can't see it right away. You can over time, it fogs up, but it might take a year or so to do so. So I always tell people you can get the inspection before you purchase the home, and they can fix everything before. What I prefer to do is do it at that 9 or 10 month mark, and then you've lived in the home a little bit. So, the guest bedroom doesn't cool as well. This faucet doesn't have enough water pressure. Things that you will notice as you live in the home. You make your list, you hire your inspector, you add to that list, and then you present the builder with one list before your warranty ends. Usually around the 9 or 10 month mark is what I recommend. Now, Perry is one of those that does a 2-year warranty, so you have a little bit more time with them. But you want to do an outside inspection. They're not very expensive. And I can't tell you, some of it's cosmetic and silly things, but I can't tell you, sometimes the roof needs nails that need to be nailed down. Sometimes the microwave's not venting correctly. They forget a damper clamp on the fireplace. There's just all these little things. They're not perfect either. So, you want to make sure you get an outside inspection. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is go to do an initial walkthrough, hopefully with your realtor. And where we're going to do there is we're going to tape up and do blue tape on everything that needs repaired. Okay, so every little mark and paint, every little scratch, every little tile that might be cracked and need to be replaced, anything that's wrong, we're going to walk through the house together and, make sure the dishwasher fits in, all those things. And then you're going to learn, if you have a sprinkler, how to run that. If you're looking at more affordable homes, please look if they're including sprinklers and gutters and garage door openers. There's a reason they're so affordable, and it's really hard in the Texas heat to keep a lawn. So you have this great, beautiful lawn when you move in, and then you've got to go out and manually water it, which isn't terrible if you have a smaller lawn, but it's hot. So you got to do it like all the time and move the sprinkler and stay on top of it all the time. So that's something else we could try to negotiate in with a certain builder that may be worth it, especially with our heat. So sorry, I got sidetracked. So you're going to go in, we're going to do that final walkthrough, and then we're going to present another list to the builder, and they're going to take notes and say, okay, needs to be fixed. And then we'll do that. That's our initial walkthrough. Then we'll do our final walkthrough the day of closing. We'll go through, we'll make sure everything's repaired and looks good. One thing I want to tell you, going back to grass, is it is not warrantable. So if you're moving in your new construction and you see dead grass and you sign that day and you don't have anything saying that, they're going to replace some of the grass, then you're buying dead grass. Just happened last week. I closed on a house with a client. They were out of state. I went to do their final walkthrough, and we actually did the inspection before closing. And so there were 5 things. There were some nails that needed to be nailed in on the garage. There was a missing weather strip on the door. So that was done. The microwave had an issue, all those things. But then the lawn, when I look back there, half the grass was dead, and they were closing that day. And so I stopped and I was like, we're going to sign. I want an email from you guys. They ordered the pallet and a half of grass. right while I was standing there, and they were going to replace it. And then there was a wall that was a little bit crooked. It was an easy fix, but I wanted it fixed because who wants a crooked wall on their new construction? So anyway, you're going to do that initial walkthrough. You're going to do the final walkthrough. Do not sign off on the grass if it's not good, or any landscaping for that matter. They don't warranty landscaping, and I understand why. I mean, people could go and never water and then it dies and the builder can't be responsible. But before you sign, you want to make sure that's done. In saying all that, I want to make sure that you find a realtor, find a neighborhood that is going to be up and coming or closing out or just starting. Good way to save. Make sure you have 2 different lenders working it, a regular and their lender, so we can make sure that you're getting the absolute best deal. And then bring that realtor with you who knows how to negotiate and get that down, because I never stick to the price that they're giving. A lot of people don't even realize that new construction is negotiable. It's very negotiable, especially right now. So anyway, I know this is a quick video, but I wanted to give you guys something for the weekend. So if you have any questions, reach out anytime, days, nights, weekends. I'm always here to help. And I hope you have a blessed day.